Beautiful sunrise. Wow, that's strong. Wow. Beautiful. What a day. Palm trees. Hello, alright? How's it going? Anyway, I was up at this place the other day near Vierzon, which is kind of in a forest. Well, there's a forest right next to Vierzon. I was in a little village called Vouzeron. I got invited up there to this soup testing music night. Unfortunately, I didn't have any battery in the camera, so I couldn't film it. But I had a good night there. And the next day, I woke up in the morning and I thought, right, what am I going to do? Go to Brittany, because I've got some things to do up there. Or, hang on, let's put the camera here. It's more interesting looking at the boat. Yeah, go to Brittany. Or, and I looked up and it was pissing. I mean, pissing with rain, freezing cold. And, I just thought, no, no, not going to do it. So I just thought, that's it, I'm going south. Anyway, I started coming south and there was a horrendous storm and trees coming down, and like, fortunately I was on the motorway, so you know, I mean, in some ways it's a bit more protected, but there were still trees coming down. There was a few traffic jams when we had to stop because they were cutting the trees up actually on the motorway. So yeah, so that was quite a laugh. I ended up stopping 2 nights ago, just before I got here, in a motorway parking, and just weathered out the storm there, and then turned up here yesterday, and what a glorious day, beautiful. I bumped into one of my oldest friends, Aldo. Now, he's got a yacht here, and he's lent me his port card, which are like gold dust. I'm so, you know, grateful for that, so that I can come and park in the port during the day. I don't think I'm going to be allowed to stay in the van tonight in the port, but just for parking, I think, you know, it'll be alright because I've got a card, so I can come and go. That's cool. And there's all these boats with hose pipes and things like that, so I'll always be able to get water, and yeah, it should be good. But you know, on Antibes at the moment, I mean, it's always been difficult for parking, but at the moment they're doing loads of work on, you know, modernising Antibes, and the parking's like, you know, gone down by 2/3 or something. So, you know, I'm really lucky to be able to do that. So I don't know how long I'm going to stay here, but I think while this sun's out and this blue sky, just going to hang around for a bit. You know, make a couple of movies, do a few things. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get to go on one of the yachts. I've got a couple of mates who skip a yacht, so, you know, we might be able to go on one. Have a look at that. But, oh look, I just stopped at a great boat. Live the moment. Does that mean I'm in the right place? It's funny, you know, after all these years, you do get used to this almost unimaginable wealth around you. You know, you know, financial wealth. You know, it's not real riches, it's all superficial. but it's impressive nonetheless for what it is. And these are only the babies. We'll go around onto the other quay, what they call the Royal Quay or the Millionaire's Quay, as if this isn't already the Millionaire's Quay, you know what I mean? And and we'll go and have a look at the boats over there, because they're the big babies, huh? I've done all sorts of things on these boats over the years, from washing them, painting them, varnishing them, driving them, crewing them. For years it was a hidden industry, you know, and then agents sprung up and got in between owners and captains and you know, found themselves a niche where they could make money. And then it's, you know, almost like nowadays, unless you go through an agent, unless you know someone, you can't really get a job on a boat. You know, they kind of took the market, and you know, it's all commission based. It's all filling out forms. You know, they're like glorified floating hotels, really, a lot of them. But you know, it's just become one massive industry and business. But it wasn't like that when I first came. You know, we used to sit at this bar in the town. It's kind of where I ended up when I first got here. It's right next to the Fisherman's Harbour, which is now apparently an ice cream shop and a pizza bar, but it used to be like a real spit and sawdust marine bar. And you turn up there in the morning for your cup of coffee and your shot of cognac, and the old captains would come around and they say, right, who wants a job? Follow me. You put your hand up and off you go. Do a day's work, get a day's pay, washing the boat, cleaning it, doing whatever, cleaning out the bilges, you know, all the horrible jobs and stuff like that. You get your money and go off. And at that time I was sleeping on the beach. Wow, just got to bask in this sunlight for a bit. Don't know, it's probably too strong for the camera if I point that over there. Beautiful morning. Wow, that's so lovely, the sun. I don't think I've felt sun like that for about 2-3 years now. That's what I need, vitamin E, is it? Wow. In amongst all the big boats, we start coming around this side, all the smaller boats. The yacht I had was a bit like this one, a bit bigger. And mine was wood. Same kind of thing though, just a little yacht. And I was actually parked on one of these quays. I think I was on quay number 7, which is just down there. And when I could find a cheap berth, I'd come into port. And you know, if not, I'd go and try and stay on an anchorage somewhere. You know, in those days there were still anchorages where you could go you know, and it was safe, relatively safe from storms. And then over the years they started to increase the distance from shore that boats could come, and like said that it was going to be a swimming area. I mean, it was maybe partly for that, but I think mostly it was that you know, they wanted to get revenue from people who were on anchorage, you know. So it became increasingly more difficult to live on a small boat with a small budget, you know. But I guess if you can get a small boat and live on it, and if you're working, then all in all, you know, probably for the price of a studio apartment, you could probably get a berth here to rent, and included in it would be water, electricity, you know. And I think they've got a Wi-Fi signal here now, which we're going to try out later. I don't know if it'll be enough to upload anything, but we'll try that out. In the distance over there, I don't know if you can see that, is the church. That's kind of like in the old town of Antibes. And here I am. And Aldo's got a boat on Quay 5. So I'm near enough to his boat. I might have to put a sign in the window just to let them know. I know they get a bit dubious about camping vans. I've got a sign in the window indicating the boat. It looks glorious in the sun. Wow, look at the light shining on her. That silver will do me good down here, reflecting the sun. Solar panels are going to love it. There's hose pipes on every quay, so I'll be able to get water. And we just walked past it over there, but there's a shower block, and with this card I get to go in the shower. So I'm all set up really, as long as I keep reasonably discreet. Anyway, Aldo's coming down this morning, so I'm going to hook up with him, have a coffee, and basically just chill out here for a bit. Meet up with old friends. I met some great old friends yesterday that I haven't seen for ages. So it's just nice. It's like this place has always been, you know, like a second home to me. So it's just nice to be back amongst friends who generally, you know, only get to see and hear about on Facebook really these days. So that'd be cool. Anyway, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go like bask in the sun for a while.